And then he proceeded to read a 5-page introduction of me. So I appreciate that relatively brief introduction. Also want to extend my appreciation and thanks to Dr. Mora and to all the faculty and staff that we've met here yesterday and today. You've been most gracious and hospitable in your welcoming, and it's just been a pleasure being here and being with all of you. So thank you very much. This morning, Ted and I will give a brief overview of Achieving the Dream. And so let's take a look at that. Achieving the Dream, it is a challenge reading from here, Dr. Moore. It's a national initiative to help more community college students succeed, but with a special emphasis, a special focus on students of color and low-income students. Certainly this program, this initiative, wants to help increase completion rates and success rates for all students. But the reality is, students of color, and particularly low-income students, across the nation, complete their degrees at a significantly lower rate than other students. So what can we do to help bring those students to the same level of success and completion as all other students, while at the same time increasing the completion rate for all students? And as Dr. Morris said, we maintain the same standards or even higher standards if need be. And the challenge is, how do you bring more students to achieve those standards, to achieve that level of learning? So that's what Achieving the Dream is focused on doing. Its primary funding source is the Lumina Foundation, probably the largest foundation in terms of supporting education throughout the nation, as well as over 26 other organizations and funding organizations in support of Achieving the Dream, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And finally, Achieving the Dream was initiated in 2004. There are now over 190 colleges involved in Achieving the Dream. Achieving the Dream accepts between 20 and 30 new colleges each year. This year, 27 were accepted, and again, my congratulations to Atlantic Cape Community College for being accepted and now being a part of Achieving the Dream. Look at education and completion rates. A healthy economy and democracy depend, and we know it depends on an educated citizen. And for the better part of the last century, or really almost 2 centuries, the United States led the world in educating a higher proportion of its citizens than what the rest of the world did. If you look at if you look at the eve of World War I, 1914, again, for early years, there's not good international data, so Great Britain was, we do have data there, and it was the dominant power, or at least the next dominant power for a while. So if you look at 1914, 1% of Britain's young people graduated from high school, 9% of American youth graduated. So we're way ahead of the rest of the world, and certainly the leading industrial nation of the world in 1914. 1950, a majority of Americans graduated from high school, and 10% of British youth graduated. So again, we are leading the world, and we're setting an example of educating a higher portion of our citizens. And we took pride in that, and that was part of our identity and how we felt and thought about ourselves. And until recently, we were the #1 in the world in the portion of our citizens with a college degree. However, today, we're 12th in the world. In one generation, we went from 1st to 12th. And we have fallen to average when you look at science, mathematics, reading skills. Now, this data is also broken down by age groups. And it's kind of interesting. When you look at those aged 55 and older, that's my group, and some of you, we're still #1 in the world. Those of us 55 and older, when you look at the world breakdown by age group, we're still #1. But before we get my age group, we get too puffed up and start studying about. When you look at the younger American generations, those in their 30s, late 20s, 30s, and 40s, they're not completing college at a lesser rate at all. They're doing just as well as my age group. In fact, they're doing about 1 to 1.5% better. They're around 39 to 40%. We at 55 and older are just around 37, 38%. So what's happening here? Why is it the younger generations aren't doing less well? So what's happening here? Well, what's happened here is starting about 40 to 45 years ago, the rest of the world, they're on to us. They said, well, look, America is successful, and here's how they became successful. They educated more of their citizens. Well, we can do that, and they have done that with a vengeance almost. They have done that so well. So then when you look at the 24, 30, 35, 40 age group, you see nations where it soars in terms of the proportion of their students who are completing, of their population who are completing degrees. So that we've plateaued out. You know, we have accomplished a lot, and we rested on our laurels, and the rest of the world got the message that this is how you succeed, and they have beaten us at our own game. And so that's part of the reason why, as Dr. Moore was saying, we're renewing our initiative and renewing our commitment to completion and getting a higher proportion of our citizens to complete and graduate. And this can be seen first in the national goal set by our president to have 60% of Americans